Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 2, First World War, Russian Revolution, continuing with our previous lecture. Let us continue with the Bolshevik Russian Revolution that we understood on our previous lecture. We will continue from yesterday's lecture. Friends, here it is said, the people were unarmed. Some people had the picture of Tsar in their hand with the caption "Long live our little white Tsar." Friends, here you can clearly understand that this rally was very peaceful. This was on the 22nd of January and it was on Sunday on that day. The people were totally unarmed. They did not have any kind of weapons with them. They were totally unarmed. Above it, the people who took part in this rally, some of the people had the banners in their hand. They had the picture of the Tsar in their hand with the caption written in it that "Long live our little Tsar." Means they appreciated their king, they praised their king, and they tried to show, they tried to display that this rally was very peaceful. And in spite of this fact, in spite of these facts, Tsar's army opened the fire on these innocent people. Friends, here it is said, in spite of all this fact, Tsar's army, they opened the fire on these innocent people. Here it is said that thousands of innocent people died. Here it is said that when these Tsar's army opened the fire, thousands of innocent people died, and the snow in Petersburg and the snow in Petersburg where the Tsar lived. Here it is said, Petersburg was the residence where the Tsar lived, the Winter Palace we can say. Here, where the Tsar's palace was situated, town where the Tsar lived, or his palace was located, turned red with blood. This whole area of Petersburg, it turned red with blood when these innocent people were shot by the Tsar's army without understanding anything by the Tsar. These people, thousands of innocent people died in that, and the area of this Petersburg where the Winter Palace of the Tsar was situated, they turned in red, totally with blood. Friends, here it is said, historians calls this day as the Bloody Sunday. Historians call this day when these innocent people died at Petersburg and the whole area turned to red. Instead of the snow-covered, this little Bulgaria was now turned into red with blood, and due to this reason, many historians in the world they consider this day as the Bloody Sunday. Moreover, here it is said, moreover around this time, Russia, here it is said, moreover, at the time when this situation happened, giant Russia got defeated. Russia got defeated against, friends, here it is said, it was this time, when around this time, Russia got defeated against tiny Japan. They got defeated by Japan in Russian-Japanese war. In Russian-Japanese war in 1904 to 1905. Friends, at the same time, around this period, this giant Russia got defeated from tiny Japan in the year 1904 and 1905. So this defeat convinced the people of Russia. This defeat against Japan, this convinced the people of Russia that if here when we look that this Russia was very powerful at that time and it got defeated even against tiny Japan. Here it is said the people were convinced that if Russians could not even defeat small nation like Japan. Now even this defeat convinced the people that if their Tsar is not able to even defeat a small nation like Japan, then how will they protect them from powerful nations? Now friends, during that time only, when this Russia was defeated by Japan, now the people were convinced that if our king, if our Tsar is not even able to defeat tiny Japan, then how will our king be able to protect us from the powerful nations? Now, in order to pacify the angry Russians, the Tsar called a Duma legislative. Duma legislative was used to be called after in several years first. Due to this, the aggressive nature and the oppressive nature of these Tsars, in the past, they did not give importance to the Duma legislative. This Duma legislative was to take proper decisions for the sake of Russia. But this Duma legislative was not given importance in the past due to this oppressive nature of the Tsar. But now, when the Tsar understood that now the Russian peoples are very angry, and to pacify the angry Russians, the Tsar now called a Duma legislative. This assembly, we can say that this assembly was not held for many years. Before this assembly was not held for many years. Its aim was to think. Its aim was to think and find out possible ways. Its aim was to think and find out the possible ways and solutions to the problems of Russia. Now, friends, here let us understand what is the work of this Duma legislative. What this Duma legislative used to do. Here it is said this Duma legislative assembly was not held for years. It was supposed to, but due to the aggressive nature of this Tsar, it was not held. Its aim was to think. This Duma assembly aim was to think and find out the possible ways that how to find the solution to the problems of this Russian people and Russia. For such Duma was called, here it is said, but before the Tsar takes any decision, here it is said, but before something could be worked out, before something could be worked out, people lost their hope on Tsar. Friends, here it is said, before something could be worked out by this Duma legislative, people lost their hopes by the Tsar. And it is said on 8th March 1970, on 8th March 1970, it was this day, 8th March 1970, the oppressed workers of Petrograd, the oppressed workers of, here it is said that oppressed workers of Petrograd called for a strike. Now, the Petrograd workers, they started opposing, and on 8th March 1970, the Petrograd workers, they called upon the strike opposing the Tsar. Here it is said, due to this reason, now, friends, here it is said that when Petrograd workers went on strike, the Tsar sent his troops. The Tsar sent his troops to settle the strike. He means, here it is discussed. He asked the people. He also asked them to shoot the people, but the army refused but the army refused to do that. Friends, here it is said that when Petrograd workers went on strike, now the Tsar did not have any other option. So Tsar sent his troop that go and settle the strike, and if they are not understanding, then shoot them. Tsar also ordered his troop to shoot these innocent Petrograd workers, to shoot them. But now the army refused to do that, and this event finally lead to Bolshevik revolution, and this event lead to Bolshevik revolution. So here we can understand how this Bolshevik revolution happened. These people started opposing their Tsar, and when these common people started opposing their people and they stood against their Tsar, that revolution was known as Bolshevik revolution. Friends, here we have understood, we got the information about the whole Russian revolution, that is Bolshevik revolution, in which we learned from the initial. Let us make a quick revision about this Russian revolution, Bolshevik revolution, in which we understood that in Russia, Tsar used to rule on the people. These Tsars were very cruel and merciless. They did not give any kind of rights to the people. They used to do lots of atrocities on the people. And if any people used to ask or demand any right, then they were severely punished. They were condemned to the bone-chilling region of Siberia. So these were the atrocities done by the Tsar. And due to which reason, the people demanding their right decided to start a rally towards the Winter Palace where the Tsar used to live. This was a very peaceful rally under the leadership of Father Gapon. When they started this rally, the people were totally unarmed. They did not have any arm. Some people had the picture of the Tsar in their hand with the caption written, "Long live our little king, little white king Tsar." So these used to praise their king, but still without thinking anything, Tsar ordered his troop, ordered his army to shoot that innocent people. Thousands of people died on this 22nd January 1905 on Sunday. Over here, when the people shoot these thousands of innocent people, the whole snow-covered area of Petersburg, which was white up to now due to snow, turned into red due to the blood of these innocent people. Many historians call this event as the Bloody Sunday in the world history. Friends, after that we learned the people lost the faith in the Tsar, as the giant Russia was defeated by tiny Japan in the Russian-Japanese War in 1904 and 1905. And after that, people were convinced that if our Tsar was not able to protect us from tiny Japan, how they will able to protect us from powerful nations. So the people started opposing the Tsar, and for that, here it is said that first of all, the workers of Petrograd went on strike, and to set up that strike, Tsar ordered his troop to go and settle that strike, and also ordered to shoot that innocent people who were on the strike. But here, this time, the troop refused to obey the order of the king, to obey the order of the Tsar, and due to which now the Tsar became weak without his troop, and this led to this Bolshevik revolution. This was considered as the event finally led to Bolshevik revolution. We learn about the further in our next lecture. Thank you.